Hello, this is the first video to learn Pirate Stomp. Just to, those of you that know me, you know I often like to start not at the beginning and not just to be awkward, but because often there's a reason to. So for instance here, we have a little introduction at the beginning, which is great fun, but I'm just going to leave it for the moment because I just want to get straight in and teach you the main melody to Pirate Stomp. Now, a stomp, I think in this context, is a sort of dance, and it's a pirate dance, so you can almost imagine the pirates stomping around on the deck of a ship, doing their special dance that goes with it. And then you have this very strong tune, and it's all in fours. It's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the tune. So that's what we're going to learn to play in this video, okay? Now, you need two hand positions. I really want you to try and use your music and not so much to be naming notes. It's always good to name the first note of a phrase, but to be looking for the ups and downs in your music. So remember I said we're not going to start at the beginning, we're going to start in bar 3. So there's bar 1, bar 2, we're starting here. Forte, that means loud. And the first note is D. And back at the beginning of the piece, you're going to have your thumb on D. So we're going to have our thumb on D there. And you can see it goes da 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 da. Can you see the shape of that phrase? Starts on the D and then skips up to an F. Bar, skip, step, step, repeat, repeat, down, up, back down to the low note. So that's the first little bits we're going to learn. So it all sits really nicely under those 5 fingers as long as you remember to have your thumb on the D. So you start with the D. So try and look at the music when you try this stuff. Okay, so in bar 3 you've got the D. Then you skip, which is what we call a third. So skip is when you miss out a note, and usually the finger as well. So you're skipping from there to there, a third, 1, 2, 3. So you skip and then go up in steps to the top. And then we've got a mixture of crotchets and quavers. So the crotchets are going to be, each crotchet goes on the beat. So if it's going 1, 2, 3, 4, there's a note on each beat. But when we get quavers with the tails joined together, you've got to play 2 notes to a beat because they're worth a half each and make up a whole beat, 2 of them together. So the feel of it is yum bum 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 bum, yum bum bum, with a long minim on the end. Let's try that again. So I'll do it one last time. So we try it together. If I count to 4, so starting on the thumb, then going up to there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you need to, pause the video and try that a few times till you're happy you've got it. Now the next section, you just need to move your hands down 1 position. And you're going to play a phrase that's very similar to the one you did, ends slightly differently, but it's all going to be in this position. So we're going to start on C. I'll show you the music. There it is. There's the C. C, and then that's a skip as well, because that's on a line and that's on a line. We're missing out the note on the space. C, skip up to E. C, E, up, up, repeat, repeat. So when I'm saying repeat, I mean the same note again. So it's C, E, F, G, 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 F. Now, you're going to want to go back up because do you remember the other phrase? You went back up at the end, but this one goes C, E, F, G, 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 F, down 1, skip down to C. So you're going to have this. Do you get it? So remember, still starting on C now instead of D. You skip onto E, walk up to the top, play that note again, play it one last time, and this time walk down 3 notes, pause for a moment, and then skip back to there. Okay, so we could try that one together. If I counted to 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you need to, pause the video, just take your time, and just make sure you're happy with that phrase before we do anything else. So moving on, what I'd really like to do now is to combine the 2 bits that we've got in the 2 hand positions. So remember our first part in bar 3 we start in what I call D position with your thumb there. Most importantly, we've got to skip. So here's the first bit. Skip, walk up to the top. There's 3 of these altogether. Back to the top and straight down to the thumb. Then I just move my hand down, start on C. Notice at the end, I didn't go, I went for the end bit. I'm going to try that bit again. I'm going to count it in so you can play along. And I'll just have a very brief pause when we move our hands between the positions, although eventually we'll just move seamlessly between one and the other. So starting on D, and then the next note's that, after 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Thumb, hop down, start on the C, skip, and back to the C. Now, if that went okay, I can tell you that the next bit is the same as the first bit. So look, there's the first phrase. Ba da 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 da. Drop down to the D. Change hand position, starting on C. C, E, F, G, 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 F, E. Skip down to C. Move back to the D position. These notes are the same as the first phrase. D, skip, up, up, repeat. Repeat, down, up, and down. So I'm going to put that all together. Maybe try it together. So remember, you're going to start here, then you're going to be here, and then you're going to be back here again to do the first phrase again. So each time the phrase starts with a crotchet, followed by a skip. And then when you're in the C position, you'll be starting in the C, followed by a skip. Okay. So from the beginning, 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, move back to the D, now we move back to the C position, and we're going to start though for this last phrase now on your little finger. So we're back in the C position. Can you see there's 5 written over the G there? So it's 5, G, coming down, F, E, skipping down because we're going to miss out the space. You see we're going from a line to a line. E, C, step up 1, and there's the D. D, D, that D will be with your second finger. Now, we've got an interesting thing here called a dotted rhythm. So when we put a dot after a note, so this is not the same as staccato, which is spiky notes. Staccato is dots below or above a note. But if you put a dot after a note, doesn't matter what the note is, it will be a bit longer than it would have been. It'll be half as long again. So this G here is going to be a bit longer, and then we're going to have a quick note there to bring us back onto the beat there, and these both are crotchets, and then we've got our longer minims. So that bit, here's the long note, then we go onto a quick F, which takes us onto the E, like that. So hold, catch up. So if I didn't have the dotted rhythm, it would just be crotchets like this. But we want a more interesting feel. We're going to go. Then the C, and then the D with the second. 2 long ones, because they're white with a stick, they're minims. Okay, here's the last phrase again. You hear it? Do you want to try it with me? Little finger. 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip down. So quite a bit there. We've looked at 4 phrases, and those 4 phrases make up a whole melody, don't they, to this piece, really. There's another section after that, but it's like the main theme, if you like, of it. So I'm going from the beginning. I'm just going to play through the whole thing. Play along if you can. If you're not sure, just watch and just work out what's happening, and then just freeze the video and have a go yourself, okay? So we start here, we move to here, we move back to here, and then we come back to here, but start on the little finger. Okay, so the first phrase starts, the first 3 phrases start on your thumb and then skip to your third finger. Okay, do the same in the C position, start on your thumb, skip to your third finger. Third phrase, you come back to the D, start on the thumb, skip to the third finger. Then for the last phrase, you come back to the C position, but start on the little finger. and then these are steps, and then the skip. Okay, here's the whole thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Move down. Move up. Move down, start on the little finger. Dotted. And there you have it. So that's your main job. Learn that tune, and then we can start looking at all the exciting bits and pieces that are going to go around it.